and may not be suitable for children under 13 years of age. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Patriot Prime here once again with another episode of the SITREP. And my guest tonight is Zeta from the channel Zeta-Vs. And yes, you're looking at just a picture because I didn't realize that Zeta is a mystery. So Zeta, welcome to the channel.
Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Excellent, no problem. Now, first and foremost, would you like to tell my people a little bit about you? I mean, you are the worst Transformers channel on YouTube, correct?
I totally forgot I had that in my about section.
Oh, I dig. I find out stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the idea behind my channel is that I like to make topical and satire content, and I like to throw like a review in there sometimes. Hence the review marathon I did a while back. So, yeah,
I did one of those my first year on here, and I will never do one again. I decided I had the great idea of, hey, let's do MicroMaster month. I forgot how many MicroMasters there were, so I had to get all of them in 1 month.
Oh, dude, like I never want to do that again either. It was the worst. I feel like I came out hating Transformers after that. I'm like, man, a lot of the content from this franchise is just really bad, isn't it?
Well, that was me after that, or what this guy. This year, I just recently reviewed this X-Transbot figure. Been transforming Transformers since 1984. This was the most difficult Transformer I've ever transformed. I was cussing this thing for 2 hours, and this almost made me start hating these figures.
Oh, man.
I never want to transform that again.
How much did that cost?
It was free. It was lent to me for a review.
Oh, okay.
One of the representatives of X-Transbots contacted me right before TFCon, and he says, hey, they got this new version 2 of our lock figure. Would you like to review it? And of course, I had no idea who he was anyway. I was like, oh, yeah, sure. Then once I got it, and it arrived to me the day or when I got back from TFCon, so I took it to work, and I'm messing with it, and I got so pissed off trying to transform, I got like the head and shoulders done, and that's as far as I could go. And then I sat on it for like a week, and he keeps messaging me, did you get the figure? Are you going to review it? I'm like, okay, got to sit down. I got to do this thing.
Yeah, to like take yourself all the way through till the end.
Oh, man, and big shout out to fellow YouTubers that showed me how to transform that thing, or I'd still be sitting here doing it.
That's why I'm always scared about getting like really expensive or like masterpiece figures, because I'm like really worried I'm gonna like break them. You know?
Oh no! I mean, it's not like Engineer Hoist in the house. Oh, we got a good crowd in here so far. Oh, greetings, everyone. Inutabi, Larkin's Lair, Engineer Hoist, MC, DJ, ACDC. Did you finally see your name in the credits, MC? I apologize profusely. I thought I had that new one in there.
Oh, wait, what credits?
I do at the end credits of my videos for channel members. I have their names, and I had the wrong one in for like 10 videos.
Oh,
so
okay, gotcha.
He became a channel member, and it was just like I was ignoring him.
Oh, hopefully that'll be corrected tonight. Right?
Yes, it's already been fixed.
Yes, sir. God bless.
All right, so we already derailed ourselves a little bit. So you were telling us about your channel. You do parody videos, and that's how I discovered Zeta. I discovered him through Kato. Kato watched a parody of Thu Adams, Knockoff Beatdown.
Knockoff Beatdown. Yes, sir.
And he did a parody of me where I come running in and shoot a Nazi. And, of course, it's him with my Patriot Prime logo on his face. I'm like, what the hell did I just watch? That's awesome. So
I got to exercise my amendment rights, right?
That's right. It was funny. It was a Siege Megatron you turned into a gun, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, I haven't figured that one out yet. I've got like 18 of those figures.
Yeah, I had to be really creative with that. I was like, I have to turn this into a gun, but I don't have like a prop gun on me.
So anyway, you do the parody videos. I noticed recently you uploaded a really cool video breaking down the Bayverse movies. Really like that one. And what else do you got before we get started?
Yeah, like I like to do like discussional videos like that once in a while. And I also like to make satirical videos like the Kiss Players one I did.
I'm
You know,
afraid
funny
to
thing.
watch that one. I haven't even watched Chris McFeely's one on that because
Yeah,
I know what those are, and I just feel uncomfortable even thinking about them.
it's really suspect, and I don't blame you. You know, it's really messed up. Japan's a okay, not Japan, but the person who wrote that. I don't know, man. But like, funny thing that you mentioned Chris McFeely, because I think he posted that video a week after I posted mine. Except his was on Valentine's Day, I believe, and mine was on Halloween. So
Hmm.
you know, do as you will with
Well,
that.
depends on how you feel about those holidays.
I mean, if you want a longer, in-depth video, which I don't know why you want to like spend 10 minutes watching a video on that, Chris McFeely is your guy. But if you want like 3 minutes, you know, I'm your guy. I'm your guy.
Chris just has that soothing voice you can relax to.
Oh
And
yeah,
some people talk like a redneck.
it's okay. We all like Triple R and all those guys, you know.
Cato, thanks. Cato just threw out Zeta's channel in the chat, and it's
Thank you.
also in the link of this video. So give him a sub, give him some love. All right.
Thanks, gang.
Elites is going to try his hello, Elites. How are you? There's Nick's. There's only one likes. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and we'll get into our sit rep because it's a Friday night, and I know everybody's really excited to watch me instead of going out and drinking and all that other fun stuff. So with the
Hell yeah.
sit rep, how this works is I have 10 questions for you, 5 questions as a pertain to you as a Transformer collector, and 5 questions regarding you as a YouTuber. So if you're ready to go, let's rock.
Yes, sir.
All right. Question number 1. What is the appeal of Transformers for you?
Ooh, hitting with the deep questions, are you? Okay.
Yes, I'm deep and philosophical.
Yes, sir. Okay, wait. I need to think about this. I feel like okay, I got it. It's like how silly it is to me. Like I find it super funny for whatever reason. Like I don't know why, but the concept of these giant robots come to Earth and the thing they wanted to like turn into is like a car. I just find that funny, you know? It's like really silly to me. Like why not turn into like a human, right? If you're
Well,
like an
that's the
intelligent
Pretenders.
alien
That's later on.
race. Exactly. That's what I have a video about that. If you're an intelligent life form, why wouldn't you want to disguise yourselves as a human? I guess they didn't have the technology at the time, but hey, you know, cars, Bugattis, yes, sure.
Well, see, that's
I'm
where
fine
the
with that.
Decepticons I thought were a little smarter. They at least transformed into weapons and military vehicles.
Yeah, exactly. And then the Autobots came in, they're like, oh yeah, let's get some Dinobots in here. Why not? Forget disguises.
I'm going to turn into a Volkswagen to take on that F-15.
Right?
I love G1.
Yeah,
That's
G1
right,
is
Nick. That's my new word of the night. Don't make fun of me.
philosophical.
Sometimes I can't say shit.
G1 is sweet.
I knew what I meant. All right. Well, question number 2. Aside from G1, which is always the number one answer, it's always number one answer. What's your favorite Transformers fiction?
Ooh, favorite Transformers fiction. I think I have to go with the James Roberts IDW run. I really like that a lot. I like the More Than Meets the Eye specifically. I didn't really like Lost Light, but More Than Meets the Eye, I thoroughly enjoyed it through all the way. Well, I just love the fact they used more obscure characters and expanded upon them in the stories, and I liked how it had like a more mature tone to it, even though it can get a bit overly edgy at times for my taste. But besides that, I mean, I loved it a lot. And if we're talking about like other continuities that I like, Transformers Prime is great, animated is fantastic, and Gundam. I'm just kidding, not the Gundam.
Yeah, Rodimus brought up a good point. If you're a fan of Marvel G1, the Ark in Marvel recognized the vehicles since, the Ark was from Cybertron. When it scanned life forms, the Ark assumed that the vehicles were the dominant life forms. So that's how that ran. With the cartoon, it was just, hey, they popped up and scanned a truck or two. See, when I was growing up, I didn't have access to the cartoon, so Marvel G1 was my fiction back in the day. And kind of like IDW now, I like the comics so much more because they hit those obscure characters that we never got. I mean, they focus more on the 87 to 89 line, where with Marvel, the animated show ended at 86, and that was it.
Yeah, when I was like reading those comics, it kind of felt like I was watching or reading almost like a Guardians of the Galaxy comic, almost. Which is kind of funny because considering the director of the movie is James Gunn, so then they got like another James to write the comic. It's so weird, but I love it, man.
I just recently started rereading IDW because I picked up this guy at TFCon, and I thought he was cool, but I just didn't remember the story of why he became the stealth fighter or the stealth bomber.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's one I've transformed a couple times. I don't hate that one. I hated it at first because I'm more of a Hasbro guy. These third-party ones freak me out.
Me too. I just can't with the third part. I can't afford them for one. I'm very cherry picking with like toys in general as well. So like, I don't know, I try to reserve myself from like spending too much.
My biggest issue I had when I first started doing YouTube was I thought I got to get stuff first. I got to get those reviews out before anybody else. And I was buying stuff just to review. And then after I get it, I realized I don't like this. This doesn't belong in my collection. So I did that for about 6 months. I don't do that anymore. I do not buy stuff just to review.
Oh, you have to say to get like stuff first?
Yeah.
Damn, what are you, Prime versus Prime? What?
Well, not like that. I'm
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm going to buy it first off. I don't go to my shady black market dealers or anything.
Yeah.
I've never went that far.
No, I'm not assuming anything.
I know.
Nice.
We joke about that in the inner circle.
Oh, I do make those jokes all the time on my videos. I always bring it up.
I know.
Even like indirectly.
It's
either that or a rector.
Well, you got to bring up a rector. In my view, I got a little ding counter for every time I did a dick joke.
Oh.
You can't help it. It's just too hard not to.
Okay, question 3.
Yeah, where were we? We're not going to derail that bad. Do you have a favorite figure or grail? This is a figure you'll never let go of. Say you got to sell your whole collection. This figure's not going anywhere.
Well, the thing is, my entire collection is ass. Like, I don't have anything good in my collection that I can like a grail, unfortunately. Oh, you know what? That's not true. My brother, okay, it's not mine, but my brother, like my older brother, he had like this Transformers Prime San Diego Comic-Con Matrix Optimus, and it's still in the box and everything. So maybe, I don't know, does that count? I hope it does.
That works for me. Oh, Elites hit us with a super chat already. Thank you very much, Elites. Let's see. What can I give you? This is because
oh, wow.
Oh, that's nothing. Just wait.
Really? Okay.
I've got a lot.
I feel like if this was like on my channel, I'd use like Pirate Jimmy time instead of that. Oh yeah, for people who are wondering, the person in my profile picture is not me. It's Pirate Jimmy, a stupid character that I made up for a dumb video. So there you go.
Yeah, we tried to do his face earlier. He likes to be obscure for personal reasons, and he had the mask and the glasses. But if you've done any mask wearing during these great CV times, you know those glasses tend to fog up. So we dropped that. I told him we'll go ahead with this look here. It's the Larkin's Lair look, where you'll see a picture but not his face.
Imagine me wearing a black COVID mask with some Gucci glasses. How about that? Yeah, that'll get all the ladies.
That's worse than the Berts. We got some Berts. Bert and I now share the StreamYard, so we got access to each other's stuff.
Bert the Stormtrooper?
Bert the Stormtrooper.
Oh.
When I first started, he took me under his wing after my first year and really helped me grow the channel. And then, especially, we both realized we were both Army veterans. We just clicked, and we've become like best YouTuber friends.
Oh, wow. Bert's a veteran? I didn't know that.
Yep. He jumped out of airplanes for some odd reason.
Okay.
I stayed on the ground and fired shells 5 miles downrange.
Oh, damn. We got some real G.I. Joes here.
Hoo-ah. Yeah, that hoo-ah stuff's legit on my channel.
Yes.
And, of course, Deluxe Baldwin, he was in the Army, too.
Deluxe Baldwin, wow. It's so crazy, like the juxtapositions. Like, I wouldn't think you guys would be in the arm. I'm like, you would obviously because it's Patriot Prime, right? But like Deluxe or like Bert, I'm like, really? Wow.
Well, see, that's what amazed me a lot with this fandom, especially when I went to my first Transformer convention,
Yeah.
is everybody in your mind, you think when you go to Comic Cons and conventions, you're always going to deal with the mom living in my mom's basement, naked eating Cheetos crowd. And then
Oh,
you
okay.
run into just a bunch of hella dudes like me. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love the variety.
All right. Where are we at? We're on number 4.
Oh,
I told you this derails a lot. What
Really?
figure is your white whale, your most wanted toy? Say you get this figure, you could quit collecting.
Oh, really? Okay. Also, like a figure that I deeply want that I really wish that Hasbro would make, essentially.
Right. Or you can find on eBay. It could be something that already exists.
Oh. Honestly, a lot of the figures that I want currently don't exist because I want like updates on them. You know what I mean?
Well, I feel you. I'm really, really wishing Hasbro would release a decent, updated Thunderwing.
Yes, yeah, Thunderwing. But besides Thunderwing, I want a Bludgeon badly.
Oh, yes, sir.
I think
I
Rodimus
think I'm
Primal.
going to get that Super 7 Bludgeon. Have you seen that?
I did, but it's like $70 and
It's
7-inch
54. It's
figure.
expensive. It's expensive as shit. But
I'm like, I'd probably buy 2 deluxes or Voyagers with that, maybe. So, because I'm trying to get my wallet prepared for the new Studio Series figures from the Bumblebee
oh,
movie.
no. Those look
Those
so
look-
good.
Oh, I'm out. Like, my wallet's not going to survive. And it's coming from a guy who doesn't collect too often. Like I said before, I'm like, I cherry pick my stuff.
What saves me with pre-orders is I try my best to pre-order everything off Amazon because Amazon, you don't have to pay until they're ready to ship. And when I go to the grocery store every Friday, I always buy a $25 gift card because one, when I buy a gift card at the gas station, it gives me more points towards my gas. And then I just go home and apply that 25 to my pre-orders. So every week I'm added 25 to it. That way it doesn't hit me all at once. Plus I'm getting points for my gas. So.
Oh, brilliant. That's good. Yeah, I like to order off like Amazon too in terms of like pre-orders and stuff because I don't know why. I just don't like Hasbro Pulse in general. They're so stingy.
They're the biggest waste of money. I made the mistake of signing up for that $50 deal, and you don't get anything out of it. You can order stuff from Entertainment Earth, which is notoriously slow at shipping, and it'll still arrive before Hasbro Pulse with you paying your $50 a year for all this premium content shit.
Oh, yeah, and it's so bad when like they run out of stock for certain like characters. Like for example, I was trying to get like a Red Wing, right? And it's like sold out everywhere. So I had to go on like Entertainment Earth, for example, when they did like a rerun of him on there. So I got lucky with him, but the first time around I was screwed. Oh yeah.
Yeah, here he is. And he's got so much cool stuff. He's got the comic book head, the more G2 comic head, or maybe I know he wasn't never animated. But like right here, this is actually so you can install in his head to make it look like his head was ripped off. If you remember the G2 comics, Megatron destroyed his pretender shell. G2 Megatron reached in, stuck his fingers in his eye sockets, and pulled his head off.
Ooh, so I'm not too. Did he? Oh, damn! Because wasn't Bludgeon like a leader for that time, right?
He was a leader for I think the final 5. Let's expand that. I think the final 5 issues, or maybe final 4 issues. But this guy is just sharp. I know he doesn't transform, but I mean, the inner bot for the original robot was junk anyway.
I'm too spoiled. I just want it to be. I want everything because I think it was during. I think Rodimus Primal was talking to one of the executives at Hasbro, right? And then one of them mentioned was, "Oh yeah, we're probably gonna include him and Thunderwing in like the Studio Series line." Like, is that right?
Yeah.
So
I believe so. Rodimus is in the chat. G2 is so cool. I've got them all in collected graphic or trade paperbacks.
Oh, dude, speaking of G2, Rodimus Primal, another figure that I really want is Generation 2 Dreadwing and Slipstream, or was it Smokescreen?
Smokescreen.
Dreadwing, Smokescreen and Dreadwing. Those look so, woo! In the words of Kanye, tight. But yeah.
They're up there on the shelf. I've got
They're too old. I'm sorry. They're too expensive.
I got mine at the last
Yeah.
TF Con, actually. I think I only paid $30 for them. And then I got the Robots in Disguise version. They're not as pretty as the G2 ones. They don't have that flashy collar, but their missiles
Yeah.
lock in place. The G2 one, if you're holding it, angle it forward slightly, all 85 of those missiles are falling out.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just holding. That's another one I'm holding out for. I want them to do a new update on that. Imagine, like, with new technology, and they're doing a G2 Prime as well. So, like, all the more reason, right?
And they better do a Generation Select Scourge out of that.
Oh, they are. Come on.
I mean, every time I see a figure anymore, I was like, yeah, in 2 months, it's going to be repainted Generation Selects. That was the main reason I got Hasbro Pulse, because I thought Generation Selects was the Hasbro exclusive.
Oh my God, you actually paid for their service?
Oh, here he is. Hold on. There's Rodimus with a follow-up. No. That's three
That's
no's. It's not what I said. I asked if Studio Series.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to twist what you said.
Wasn't it brought up, Rodimus? I think you talked to us where that was mentioned, or at least somebody asked. Maybe
I'm just a crazy fan that's hopeful for a bludgeon. Okay, that's where I'm at. A bludgeon.
Because our last one was that big.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Prime Wars one, right?
Yes.
Powered Primes. Yeah, I just didn't want that. Same with Skullgrin. I actually want a Skullgrin too.
I got them because I had to. I do have the Revenge of the Shield. No, was it Reveal the Shield bludgeon?
Reveal the Shield, yeah.
I've got the upgrade kit that makes him look like he has the proper skull head instead of that weird beetle-looking face he had.
Wait, are you talking about the bludgeon or Skullgrin?
Oh, bludgeon. I'm sorry.
Oh, bludgeon was
I shifted our bony bots too quick.
Nah, no worries. Yeah, no, that was Revenge of the for sure. And I know this because that was my childhood.
Revenge of the Fallen was your G1.
No, bullshit. No. No. So I had this amazing channel when I was younger called I forgot, Hub. And they used to rerun G1 and G.I. Joe on there, actually.
Oh, I remember the Hub.
So yeah, G1 was my childhood too. Okay. That and Transformers Prime. So
that was a good sign. I have all that one on Blu-ray. That's a good series.
Yeah. That and I remember playing like the Fall of Cybertron games too. Myself, I still have like 5 more toys I want to add.
2 of 2. I then asked if Legacy would include. Yes.
Exactly. Since
Thunderwing was the only one who was able to possess the Matrix. Of course, the Matrix ended up possessing him later on, but that's a story for another time.
This was from the Marvel Comics, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like the original. Okay. I'm not too familiar with the Marvel Comics because I only read like the first couple of volumes.
Thunderwing only appeared in 5 issues, on 4 or 5 issues, but he was just written so well. And that's what makes him such a popular character now. I mean, the toy, like all the Pretenders, the shell looks great. The inner box sucks, but Thunderwing, the shell could actually transform into a decent enough jet. But it was because of Simon Furman writing in Generation 1 and in the UK. That's why those figures are so popular. I mean, the toys aren't great, but everybody wants them because of the character. Same with Bludgeon.
Yeah. It's so crazy. Like, some of these characters are so popular, but we still haven't gotten like definitive versions of them. Like, it's crazy that it'd take them this long to do it. Like,
well, look at a Slammer who's finally got a figure. That's awesome to see Slammer. I mean, he was a little piece of junk tower piece in the original Metroplex.
And speaking of figures that deserve a new update, this is my next holy grail that I want. Me and my friend are going to split money on this too when it does eventually come out. Tidewave. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Armada Weeaboo fans, rise up. We want Armada representation, Hasbro. Make it happen, baby. Come on.
That would make a fantastic Titan class or Commander class figure. I mean, with a Titan, can you imagine the size of the individual ships?
Oh, that'd be sick. And you can put I could see them putting little Micromasters or Minicons in there too. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe these, with the Titans, the core classes would work.
Oh, yeah, exactly. There you go. Oh, yeah, Micromasters failed, right? So that's why they're not doing them anymore.
Well, I would like to see, there's a lot of great Micromaster, like the play sets.
Oh, dude, don't get me wrong. I want more. I want them to do an Erector. Like, come on.
with an interesting action feature.
Oh,
Straxus, that's one I'm
that's
looking
right.
forward to.
Yeah.
I know there's a third party one, and I read somewhere where they're going to do Hasbro is going to redo a Straxus, because I know the last one was Dark Mount, if I'm correct.
Straxus.
He was a Marvel comic villain. He was created just for Marvel Comics. And he did the Galvatron thing before Galvatron. He turned into a flying cannon.
Was he like friends with Jyaxus in the comics?
No.
No. Okay, it did just sound
He was
similar
the
to me.
leader. He appeared in issue 17 of Marvel. He was the Decepticon leader on Cybertron. And Blaster, he only appeared in 2 issues. And Blaster killed him by kicking him off the space bridge. So he went off into the void area.
Damn, Blaster, I see
pieces.
you.
Oh, Blaster's badass in Marvel. There's a big difference between cartoon Blaster and Marvel Blaster. Yep, issue 17 and 18. And then he appeared in the UK. The UK used him, and he took over a clone body of Megatron.
Oh
my God.
Blaster.
Elites, Erector with pump and shoot action.
Oh, dude.
You have to cock him 3 or 4 times before he
Look,
pops.
I had to do it for my fans. I don't want to disappoint them. I have to bring up a released once. You know how it goes around the world. Gotta give them. Come on, Hasbro. It could happen. Rodimus Primal, you have power rating. I'm just kidding. But
yes,
yeah.
he did.
Look, you know what? Oh, yeah, Budiansky loved. Yeah. Blaster, yeah, okay. Dang. Like Marvel Comics Blaster kind of sounds bad, not gonna lie.
Well, he used to throw down Grimlock, sent out a hit squad on Blaster. I mean, Grimlock was a completely different character in Marvel too.
Yeah, he was like King Grimlock in the comic.
Yeah.
Wow. What the heck? Look, what is this straight out of Compton Blaster? It's like
shit. Now I want to go down there and start rereading all my comics. I used to every winter I would sit downstairs and I'll just grab the first book and just start going through them all.
Honestly, like the furthest I ever got in Marvel Comics was like when like Shockwave beat up Megatron, like that whole arc.
That's not far. That's issue 6.
I know it was. It was bad. I'm not great with my comics, but in terms of TV shows and movies, I got you on every single one. Unfortunately, that sounds very sad, like as if I have no life. It's like, that sounds so embarrassing. No, yeah.
That can't be embarrassing. I mean, we as grown men now, go and binge Netflix shows for 2 nights straight to complete a 15 issue Stuck on Comics episode series.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm horrible with that. I'll find one show I like, and then that's all I stick to. I will not watch anything else except that one show.
Oh, yeah. That was like me with Squid Game when it came out. I had to like
I had that done in 2 nights.
Oh, I had that done in a day.
No, I couldn't stop, man.
That was a good show. And now
we're getting into Titan class erectors.
I was joking about that on a Rodimus Primal stream he did with I think Kato and Comadin Camp. I was like, Titan class erector, make it happen.
Man, you'd have to get a real firm grip on that one to transform it.
That's right.
Yeah.
It'll be a legendary action figure. Make it bigger than Unicron while we're at it. Let's go further beyond with it. Let's use technology that has not been used before for this one action figure.
Oh, and then can you imagine the third-party add-on kits that people like Larkin's Lair would come up with?
That's actually interesting too. I'm surprised third party hasn't actually him yet.
Don't say never say never. Not with this fandom.
I'm hoping that by saying this, someone would do it. It has to be said first, and it will happen. Kind of like that little jinx to it.
And the fact we've been talking about Erector for almost 10 minutes now.
Oh my goodness, it's been 30 minutes. This is gonna be forever. I have questions too, by the way. This is gonna last a long time.
Oh, and just let you know, there is a Toyhax decal set for Erector that enhances his robot and battle station mode. But anyway, let's get on to the SITREP. We got 5 more questions to go. It took us 30 minutes for the first 5. Let's see how we go with this. Now, these are for you as a YouTuber, so maybe we can zip through these pretty good. But my YouTube question, starting number 6, is what possessed you, a grown-ass man, to do toy reviews, or what you do on YouTube?
Oh, I was thinking I wanted to really embarrass myself on the internet by making really bad videos. So that's what I did. I woke up one day, I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna finna do it, and I'm gonna drag my friends into it, and I'm gonna create Pirate Jimmy. That was the cultivation of all my work in my cinematic universe of trash. Okay, no, but like, okay, no, but the real reason is that it was during COVID, right? Like, yes, hoist it is. But it was during like COVID. I was like, okay, I'm not doing anything with my life right now. I'm unemployed. I don't have an internship at this time. I have to do something. I have to do something creative, right? So thus came the birth of my YouTube channel, my very embarrassing YouTube channel where I talk about toys like a man child, and I'm doing it today. So there you go.
That's a pot calling the kettle black right there.
I know I'm very cynical. I mean, if
Oh,
you
that's
see
all
my
right.
reviews, I'm just taking a dump. It's like this, okay? After you do that damn review marathon, you're just not the same man. Like afterwards, like I was like wide-eyed, happy. I'm like, oh boy, I can't wait to watch Transformers Zone. And then once I watched Transformers the last night for the first time, I was like, I hate this franchise. I want to shoot myself in the head. I'm gonna jump off a cliff. Like,
I remember specifically after doing Micromaster Month, I made the comment on my Facebook page, after Micromaster Month, June will be Jump Starters Month. And there's only 2 figures.
and like, keep in mind, I have to do those reviews weekly, so those were back to back. So
Come think of it, I never have reviewed the Jump Star. I've got so much stuff I haven't reviewed yet.
yeah. Oh, dude, I'm just. It was
And I
tough.
have this, it's stock, but it's like I'll have something picked for my next review. Then I get a new figure. I'm like, okay, well, the new one's always the ones that get most views. I'll push that one back. And then I'll
Yeah.
get something else comes in. Then the Toyhax order comes in. It's like, well, I got to do the Toyhax stuff.
And then like yeah, and that too. It's like for me, I wanted to do something very different on my channel as well. I mean, as you can see, I mean, oh my goodness, it's like an underground Transformers channel almost, like the deep web of Transformers channels almost. It's like you click on a video I make, you're like, what is this? Because at one moment it's like, okay, this is just a regular review, it's normal. And then you go on like an older video, it's like, what the heck's a red bastard? Like, what is this? What is
Well, the
this?
first time I was watching you, I had to double check my Mountain Dew to make sure it was Mountain Dew I was drinking. So,
Oh, it wasn't like Henneke or like vodka or something, yeah.
yeah, there's some kerosene in this.
Yeah, well, and it was also just a lot of fun in general to like bring in my friends because they're like, okay, at first they're like, you're seriously doing a YouTube channel? This is like the stupidest thing ever. And then
Hey, how you think I feel? I'm 48 when I tell people I do this.
I'm like, I just tell them like, okay, yes, I'm doing a very embarrassing man-child channel, but I want you to be Pirate Jimmy. Can you do this for me? He was like, fuck. And then there we go. The rest is history. Which is funny too, because actually, you know what? I'm not going to spoil it, but my surprisingly, I don't know if it's by a mistake, but apparently my channel has lore. Believe it or not, like the characters within it have like backstories.
Oh, you better check Wikipedia. It might be on there.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if you want to learn more about a homosexual Nazi pirate named Pirate Jimmy, go for it. Oh, God.
That I killed once. Or no, it wasn't Pirate Jimmy I killed.
No, you killed Thew Adams, yeah.
And don't forget, almost killed Antonio.
And Fire Talks, right?
And Fire Talks.
Yeah.
When he had that story about his experience with that chip, I was listening to that while I was waiting to pick up my son at elementary school. And I know these people in the car beside me thought I was insane because I had my phone on my GPS holder and I'm watching his video and him telling the story about him gagging in the bathroom that somebody pissed all over the seat. And I am just rolling. So I know the person beside me, all they're seeing is this.
That's hilarious. It's like, I feel like, you know that one SpongeBob meme where like Squidward's looking at the window and you see it's like SpongeBob and Patrick having fun? That was me when you guys were at like, I really wanted to go, but I have college, you know? Because I would have smacked booty on that like that hot chip, you know, challenge.
That was so much fun and it went by so fast. And we got together like a week later and it was just, it's like I miss those guys so much. I miss hanging. I mean, that's the main reason I went. I didn't care about buying figures. I wanted to hang out with my friends and speak of the devil.
Oh my.
There he is.
There he is.
And Bert, you know, his heart went out to Antonio when he yells, if you're going to puke in front of the camera.
I don't like, but like Bert, I don't know. He's just a strange fellow to me. Like
He's a strange fellow to everybody.
I look at him, I'm like, this guy reminds me of somebody, and I thought really deeply, and then it just clicked. This guy reminds me of Joey's World Tour. Have you ever seen that channel? Joey's World Tour?
I'm not sure.
It's like this big guy with a Mickey Mouse hat that just eats like he does like all these food challenges essentially. Search up Joey's World Tour Nutella challenge, and it might scare you. It might be a little nasty, but I was thinking about Bert the Stormtrooper with him now, so I can't get that out of my head.
Well, here you go. This is a new one that Bert put on his channel, but you're talking about Bert. This is one of Bert's super chat that it's going to premiere here.
Oh, what a gift!
And that was really him. He does that kind of stuff.
What a gift from God he is.
Oh, he is a hoot. It's so funny because neither one of us can tell you exactly when and where, how we met. All I know is somehow he discovered my YouTube channel or I discovered his. We got talking on Facebook, and the next thing you know, we're like this.
That's beautiful, man. That's so lovely. I wish it was like that in SF. People are so mean here. I wave at one guy. He was like, "Can you back off, kid?" I think it was a homeless guy because SF is trash. I was like, I used to work at Six Flags and then the song. Yeah, dude. I was watching that one Marvel movie. It was Shang-Chi, and they're showing San Francisco. I was like, it's not like that at all. It's more nasty and filthy. Don't believe him. It's not true.
Yeah, Disney, Marvel can't show that stuff.
Yeah,
I actually watched that the other night. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I was impressed.
And then
Nick was scared. He saw a Bert. Hey, Bert, that Bert was clothed, man. He had clothes on.
Wait, what?
There is another video of Bert that I have from TFCon that I'm editing into a super chat at some point.
No, like this guy said, Bert. This one has Bert clothed, implying that there's one of him without clothes.
Oh yeah, if I get another super chat, I'll show you.
Oh,
hint.
Oh no.
Where the hell are we as far as questions? Oh, number 7.
Oh, wait. Okay. Yes.
What keeps inspiring you to get in front of the camera for your videos? You took a little hiatus for a while, right?
Yeah, I take a very long hiatuses, and that's just because I have a life, I guess, kinda. I have to like prioritize that over videos, unfortunately. So it's like just dealing with personal stuff. That's why those hiatuses happen. That's why they're so long. It's just focusing on life, and also a great time to like brainstorm things in general and get some cool ideas.
I get a lot of people that'll ask me, well, where's this review? Where's this review? I'm like, listen, YouTube for me is a secondary part of my hobby. I have a full-time job. I have a family. I have a little son. There's other stuff I do.
Exactly right.
I try to get stuff out when I can. You have to understand it. I just can't crank it out like others.
And the thing for me is like I'm trying to get jobs in like the STEM field, which require you to have at least 2 to 3 years, at least in California, of work experience to get like a really good job, right?
Oh,
so
there we go.
That's the thing. I have to grind. Oh,
there you go. Thank Elites for this. Here's the original Bert that started it all.
I'll play some of that sexy back song, Channing Tatum.
Well, I had some other songs, but I got demonetized for it.
Oh, really?
I had to be careful.
Oh, jeez. I got demonetized because of Bert the Stormtrooper, imagine.
Well, he got on his last live, he got demonetized because one he made, we use that app where you put your face on like movie scenes and stuff. And he did one with Dr. Evil that played some rap song. And it was long enough to where the YouTube Terminator, Skynet, whatever, caught the music and flagged it.
Yeah, my videos get striked all the time. Like, I don't think I have a single video that's been like not struck by copyright because I just use like all the music in them.
Well, I try to cut down on the music. I think with music, this is just me speculating. I think with music, you're good as long as you're under like 13 seconds, maybe.
Yeah.
Video clips used to catch me, especially when I did NECA figures, because when I did a NECA review, I would always go over, all right, here's the head from this scene, and I'd show the scene. Here's the weapon from this scene. Especially my Friday the 13th reviews, I would always show the weapon and then the kill scene. And I was always get demonetized. Paramount's done flagged you on this one.
Yeah, for me, it's like the music is the biggest issue. I mean, in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I ain't making money off of this. I've got nothing to lose. So let's just go all out. Screw it.
And a lot of times, as long as your copy, you get hit with that copyright, but they still say you can use it. Your video's good. It's not demonetized, but the owner's getting that.
Yeah, like
I forget what that's called. It's not really a copyright strike's what you don't want, but if you get those little, hell, I forget what they are. You know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about.
I always get copyright struck. That's the thing.
Did I ask you what inspires you to get in front of your camera yet, or did we go off on a tangent?
You did, and we went off on a tangent. So,
all right. Well, what keeps inspiring you to get in front of the camera?
Wait, is this question 6?
This question 7.
Oh, okay. Okay, because I said it was like COVID that happened. Oh wait, am I not allowed to say COVID because YouTube might hit that? Doesn't matter. That's okay. Whatever. A virus of unspecified origin happened, so I decided to do something with my life. And I wanted to do something that I'd have a lot of fun with. That'll get me out of the bed because I was just like staying in my room the entire day. I'm like, I need to go outside. I have a zero life. I drag my friends into it, and we have a lot of fun. So that's why I keep doing it, because it's fun.
That's pretty cool. So I know where you're going with this one, but question number 8 is: there are thousands of toy reviewers on YouTube, maybe 2,000 since COVID. But
yeah.
I didn't say COVID, CV.
The virus of unspecified origin.
Thank you. the beer bug.
Yes, right.
There are thousands of reviewers on YouTube. What makes you any different from the rest? And pretty much my answer for that is watch him. That's what makes him different from the rest.
I'm just freaky. I'm just
weird. Freaking naughty.
I don't know.
What makes tens of thousands now?
Tens of thousands. I mean, I feel like I'm not too different compared to other channels. Like, I've seen other channels that are similar to me, but if you're looking for something that's like a lot of editing, I guess, put behind it, or has like that certain level of, I don't know if I want to say quality because that might be stretching it a bit, but quality to it, I mean, there you go. Because it's like, I think when you watch my channel, you're watching for like an experience, you know what I'm saying? And I don't post often too, so when I drop a video, it's popping off. So
I love your editing style. When you did your top reviewers, even though I was in for 2 seconds, and probably my worst attire ever for a video, is I love the quick edits and the cuts where you're moving the tears around, and that just impresses me. I love editing myself, and I'm constantly learning new tricks.
Yeah,
I mean, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you go for it.
That's one of my favorite parts. I can, spend maybe an hour reviewing every aspect of the figure, but I sit up here and I try to be Mr. Perfection with the editing. Then I try to find the right little clips or scenes or pictures and stuff to tie in out. So
I just don't see that much like editing in like other channels. So I'm like, maybe if I put a little bit more extra like effort to it, that might be what makes me stand out, because I feel like I don't see that many channels, especially reviews, unless they're like a very big YouTube channel, right? That does like all these cuts and like, but gags to them, right? Like, let's have the music guide you through something. Let's have a funny joke be the segue to something else, etc. Right? Wait, what? Thanks for putting me down. Forgive me.
You zinged him on the Masters of the Universe.
Oh, yeah, thanks for putting me down.
Patriot Prime. God bless America. And then you just go off. I was like, okay, you didn't say any positives or what the hell I do right.
It was just a joke.
I know. I thought it was funny. Okay. Like, and then there's Patriot Prime, and like, cool. I'm over. Okay, whatever. He's got me with my glasses, no hat, and a gas monkey shirt. That's not even my normal look.
No, you know what I did? I just like went to the first video on your channel. I'm like, okay, this works. Let's just put it in.
That's slick.
For me, it was like, let's just put as many people as we can, because I think at the end of the video, it was like 60 channels almost, like over.
You know, because of you, I watched the Jobby the Hong video. I never watched one of his before.
Which
I don't know if I will again.
see where I'm inspired. Okay, that's another thing too. It's like people compare me to him a lot. So it's like
I
try my
see where
best.
he's popular, I guess, for the younger crowd. But I mean, nothing against him. He's got his gimmick. It was pretty good, but I was like, it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, for me it's too much sometimes. I was like, okay, I'm 20 years old. I just can't do it with this. I just got him. Oh, what? Papa Gordy? What?
Papa Gord, Canadian Santa Claus.
Canada is a Santa. What?
It does, and that's him.
I'm not saying Jobby's bad. Don't get me twisted. I'm just saying, it's not particularly for me. I mean, I don't know if I should even be talking in general because I'm the guy who freaking created Pirate Jimmy. So who knows? Maybe we're all.
I'll give Jobby props because it was his video. Is how I figured out what battery goes in the back of this Megatron because I didn't even realize he had a light up feature. He's got an electronic eyes that's not mentioned on the box, not mentioned in the instructions. I didn't notice it until Jobby pointed out, and you can barely, because this thing's so black and shiny, the switch, blends in perfectly.
I mean, it's crazy. Like his videos, here we go, talking about Jobby. But his videos are like, the editing, that's the thing. It makes
very
so
impressive
much of a
editing.
When you take the time to really, get that camera ready, get that, whole studio, or like, it's just like the little details he puts in. And I really like that about it. I really respect that because I don't see a lot of like reviewers do that. And here's something controversial. I don't really like toy reviews in general. Straight up. I don't watch too many. Besides you guys, of course, I gotta make exceptions for your boys.
I have my hand hovering over the remove from stream option, but I'll let you slide now.
Okay, so here's my reason. I feel like too many of them are too similar for my taste. Okay,
it is really hard when you got into. Of course, when I first started doing it, because if you think about every one of us who does reviews, we end up being hands on the screen. You're talking hands with the figure, so you really got to interject something else. And I decided a couple years ago I want to strive to be more of a personality opposed to just a regular YouTuber. That's why with my introductions, you always see me first, the figure, and then back to me. Kind of bookend it.
Yeah. Like, I can't just, there's countless channels that just look like Optimus kind of, because like white background, have a little figure, maybe a little turntable. I'm like, come on, guys, we can do so much more. Like, let's get that slick editing going. Let's get different camera angles. Let's have the camera slide slowly. Get that prestigious like look to it. I did one review. Oh, I'm sorry, Kato. It was agreeing you though. My channel's losing subs anyways, so oh good.
Now I like Engineer Hoist. We were bragging about you the other night, buddy. Bert and I was talking. We were on the stream. I love your setup when you review, when you have the corner screen with your face and you're looking at the figure while the other camera's on the figure itself. I love that setup. That is awesome.
But there's a problem though. People kept saying, "Oh, Jobby ripoff," so I stopped doing it basically. So I was like, I wanted to, because here's the thing, I want to like do something that's like I can distinguish myself from other people without getting like all those like comparisons though. And it's like I'm just saying, look, I would do more reviews, but I just can't afford action figures nowadays, and it's probably a good financial decision on my part. So. Because hear me out.
I'm like, lucky I have a decent collection. If I hit that dry spell, I'm like, well, back to a G1.
Exactly. For me, it's like, okay, I have priorities I got to attend to because I'm not the type of guy to have like a wall or like maybe even like a shelf full of Transformers. I'm like the type of guy to have like maybe like 10 figures, perhaps like max. Like I'm very, very reserved in terms of collecting actual action figures. But, like going back to what I was saying about reviews, I feel like there's such untapped potential for the different things you can do with reviews. Like, for example, I like to look at other like, oh, sorry. It's also hard to do toy reviews when you work with other types of content. Yeah, true. Exactly. But for reviews, I look to other types of like communities. For example, going back to Gundam, I look at those like toy reviews. I'm like, wow, that's really well done. I should implement that when I do like a review, because you know, like the different camera angles, the slow close-ups, the turntables, the lighting, like they have it all. And I've seen that more in like Transformers reviews in general, instead of just being like a copy and paste off the bottom is, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
hope
one
that
of the
makes
things
sense.
I do is, unless my my inner circle is doing a premiere, I usually don't watch a figure review until I review the figure, because I don't want one person saying, "Oh, you copied such and such." Like, no, I didn't. I didn't even watch it. If I copied him, it's a coincidence.
Right, right. And in general, I try not to like do content anymore that's like related to another channel, for example. Like
See, right
knockoff
there's where I mean to interject. That's where YouTube screws you right there. I have all my subscribers that are subscribed to me, but this has been going on for almost an hour, and people are just now getting notified.
Oh shoot. That's
Hey, collector.
true. Collector Express. Nice. I like that. Crap, where was I? Crap.
Well, you're getting into the Transformers community, and that's going to lead into question 9. So I'm going to go ahead and ask this while you're already in that frame of mind.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the Transformers social community?
Facebook sucks. Twitter is decent, I guess.
Ugh, God, I'd rather
No. Hear me. I mean,
go on Twitter.
I know you go on Twitter, you might see something like, I don't know, like feminist social justice warrior, right? You're more likely to see that on Twitter.
Yeah,
But
I got the death threats on Twitter. How dare I call myself Patriot and have an American flag?
I mean, I don't know. When I'm on Twitter, I often just see like cool art and photos. So, I mean, it's not too toxic compared to like Facebook, where it's just like, it's like, I don't know, man. It's awful.
See, I must be very selective with my Facebook, because I don't really run into too many issues on Facebook. It's the other ones I don't like. But granted, I'm very selective of what I have on my channel or what I have on my Facebook.
Like Facebook is just awful in my opinion, from my experience. Like I posted a video one time on there, and the person immediately said, "This looks like crap." I'm like, I just posted this. What? And then on Twitter, nothing happens. I just see art. YouTube is great. YouTube is awesome, actually. Like besides it all, I mean, I don't know. The only blemish I can think of on like the YouTube community side of things is like the whole toy theft crap. But besides that, I mean, it's okay in my opinion. I mean, unless something else happened I don't know about, but I mean, I like everybody's channels here. It's great. It's fun. Very inviting. Is that YouTube as of late has been literally telling me that.
Yeah.
Share my videos.
And you got to imagine, Rodimus is a huge channel. When you got smaller channels like us, where YouTube's not sharing, I mean, it's all, I mean, when I post a video on YouTube, I immediately go to Facebook and post it on every group I belong to, my personal Patriot Prime page, a couple Transformer websites, and then maybe a picture on Instagram. I mean, I have to market myself in order to get views, because YouTube doesn't help us at all. After stressing how much they care for the community and remove dislike buttons and all that shit.
Yeah, for me, it was like I have to go on like TFW, Allspark, TF Formers, like all those forums, groups, Discord, even just to get my video out there. But even with my videos, I'm like thinking, like my mindset when making them is like, you know what? I've got nothing to lose. No one's seen my face. I'm good. Let's just make the craziest thing ever, and maybe like 3 people will see it, and that's fine.
There you go.
That's just the attitude I go in it with.
All right. Well, let's wrap up my questions with question number 10 here at the 53-minute mark.
Oh, man.
Do you have any channel goals for yourself, and where can our viewers find you? This is your chance to talk about your channel and plug yourself. Insert erector joke.
Yeah. I don't really have that many goals for my channel. I just want to do things that you don't see on other Transformers channels, for like something that's very different. That'll give you a different experience that you won't find anywhere else. So, for example, not like I want to flex this or anything, but I did review every Transformers show and movie in existence. So there you go. My channel, I think, is the only one to have done that. I think.
Wow.
Yeah. I have a playlist for it too, so you can, and everyone could check that out.
If you want that out. Everyone.
Everything, yeah, except
God.
Just the movies and TV shows. I didn't do comics. Just keep that in mind. But I did that, and you can all check that out. It's on a playlist. If you want something that's like normal, that's not crazy. The reviews is where it's at. Just keep that in mind. That's not me doing anything like weird. But then you have the weird stuff. For example, like the satire videos, like satire videos in general, and the discussion videos too. But that's where you can find me. Search up Zeta-Vs on YouTube. You'll find me there. I also have an Instagram called official Zeta-Vs, but I don't really post too much on there or anything special. So it's really just the YouTube stuff. So yeah.
And to keep things simple, there is a link to Zeta's channel in the description of this video. So when this is over, or I keep forgetting, if you guys are on YouTube, you can just scroll down, you can see it. Click it, give him a sub, help him out, tell him Patriot Prime sent you.
That's right. Oh man.
Like what Kato said, watch your weird stuff and then the discussions to mellow yourself out.
Yeah,
because I will give you props right there because your weird stuff is nuts. And I love it. I mean, it's just freaking bonkers. And then you go into one of your videos like the one you did on the Bayverse movies.
Yeah.
It's night and day. So kudos, man.
You gotta really, I think that's what the reviews taught me, because at the very beginning in my first year, it was only just weird stuff. I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's have like a serious video once in a while. So I took that I did that review marathon to just reground myself. And then I was like, okay, let's have some variety now. Let's have a little weird video with Kiss players. But then the next one's going to be Bayverse stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, have that balance to it.
And it's amazing when you change things up. You'll have some people that don't like it say, okay, you do reviews and you've done Toyhax stuff. That's all I want. How dare you do anything different?
Yeah.
So I think it was last month where I just grabbed one of these little core class figures and I thought, I'm going to do a video of me applying decals. We'll see if it's a hit. I've had more comments going through, man, I love that. It was just so relaxing watching you put them decals on. So I thought the other night, I was like, I've got to get some content out. What can I shoot real quick? I had this Megatron. I was like, I'm going to film me Toyhaxing him. So
yeah, exactly.
It's funny what people like, but then you also get yourself, I can't remember if I discussed it before we went live or not. You get shoehorned into a specific thing. Like I do Transformers. When I did NECA figures, they didn't get any hits. When I was talking about Masters of the Universe. I got some Masters of the Universe figures, started reviewing those didn't get any hits. Pop a Transformer up, bam. But it's weird how that works.
I feel the same thing too. It's like for the longest while, those reviews would just get the views, right? Because people are starting to get comfortable. But when I came back, it was like, wait a minute, now he's being weird again? What? What's going on? And then those won't get views, but it's okay because I'm having fun while doing so. That's the thing. Also,
and you never know what's going to be a hit because I will do the newer stuff. I got into doing that. What was funny, I had no intention on reviewing new stuff because everybody reviews new stuff. I stuck to G1. And then I think it was about a year into my channel, somebody asked me, said, how come you never review the new figures? And I said, well, everybody reviews the new figures. Nobody wants to watch, me do those. And he said, nobody watches your channel for the figure. They watch it for you. And that just kind of stuck with me.
And that's what I say. I want more. If you're gonna be a new Transformers reviewer, try something different for the love of God. Please don't make it a white background like Optibot is.
Hey man, I got a white background.
No, but you have the the American motif to it. You got like that whole thing going for you, right? True. You're like you have like the meme potential is like ripe for you. It's perfect, brilliant.
Well, see, I'm cheap. That's poster board.
Yeah, you're like all I'm saying is, I don't know if my first review with just a freaking iPhone, okay, or just a regular phone, right? If I can get those results for my one and only review on my channel, I think anyone can. So there's no excuses, dang it. There's no excuses.
Well, I have people ask me all the time, what do you use? I was like, well, I do all my filming on my Android, which is my webcam right now.
Yeah.
I have 3 LED desk lamps, which I highlight at angles on the figure. Then I have, I have a ring light.
Yeah.
So I set my camera right here. So that's shining through. I got a white background, and then I have an editing system I use on my computer, and that's it. And it's a cheap editing system. I'm not that technologically advanced, or the easier way is I'm used to this editing program I have. I've had it for 10 years. It just keeps updating, so I'm used to it. I've downloaded some trials of some more high-tech ones that just confused the shit out of me. So what I got works. I think that's what I'll stick with for a while.
Oh yeah, no problem. Like I don't want to like even criticize anybody who even does that currently, right? I'm just saying for like if you're somebody who's new, a great way to stand out, let's go crazy. That's like the spirit of my channel. Be crazy and watch the world laugh. There you go. And
I like how MGO he's talking about backgrounds again. I like his diamond plating. That's really cool looking.
yeah.
The thing with the damn white too is it get messed up so easy. I've got a hole in mine from where if you watch my what the hell was it, lock review, the figure kept falling down and he punched a hole in the back of my thing.
Wait, I'm reading this comment on the computer. It's like, are you saying this is a calm video or the Transformers movies fucked? Yes, it's one of my more calmer ones. If you have not seen Knockoff Beatdown 2020, that's like I think one of my more crazier ones actually. Like,
that's what introduced me to you.
What a way to introduce me to what a way to see my channel for the first time. Like,
what the fuck is this?
see, it's something, all right. Oh, by the way, I do have questions for you. Should I say them?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm done with mine, so we can do your questions now. Questions in the audience, however you want to roll it.
Sweet.
I'm yours.
Yeah. So, question 1: are there any canceled video ideas that you ever had? Like,
yes, I spent 4 days writing a script.
Oh my
God. Well, first off, have you ever seen the channel Dead Meat?
Oh, where they do the kill counts?
Where they do the kill counts.
Yeah.
I wrote a kill count for Transformers the movie in his style.
Oh.
And I was going to do it, and my editing system sucks so bad I can't get it to line up right. It's still in the works. I mean, I am proud of this script, how I was able to, it's got my personality with it, with my jokes and kind of his way of doing things. And I thought, I was wanting to have it done before TFCon. I was like, this might be a good view count, something to boost the channel ratings before TFCon. And I just haven't done it yet.
Something different. Try it out. See where it goes. That's awesome. Dude, I had a bunch of like videos that will probably never come to be actually. So, like, okay, I already mentioned the reviews, right? Like, I'm not doing those too much, okay? Because for budgetary reasons and time, okay? So that's out of the way. That just reminds me of you destroying the universe. Yes.
Have you seen me destroy the universe?
Is it like the universe as your background, and then I think Bert like smacked into it?
Yep.
All right,
Bert's with me.
That'll be the next super chat.
Yeah, it will be. Hint, hint.
Oh, and then here's another one. So I had this skit idea where it's called a reviewer parody. So essentially, the idea would be, let's say, for example, we have like an Optibotomist, right? I like do a parody video of him. So kind of like knockoff Beatdown, right? But the next level. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah, right.
I think that will be a hoot. Do like a challenge. You share it, like go on and say, hey, here's my new challenge, YouTuber impersonation.
That's the thing. So like, for example,
that's funny. I like that.
Yeah, right. So like we have Optibotomist, for example. And one of my biggest, like, not even gripes, but like what I find funny is that his reviews are so incredibly long. Oh shit.
Here we go. Destroy the universe. I know Hoist likes this one. He's seen it a billion times. He donated $2 for everybody else.
80s Toys has an eBay page. That's why we keep hearing the eBay ding.
Yeah.
We were off earlier. We were talking with Matt and whoops, there it goes. What happened?
I leaned back and there wasn't nothing there.
Live.
Wow.
You're all nuts. You have too much money.
That was Bert and I's first time meeting.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
It's so funny because we've only really known each other through YouTube, and it's like we've known each other our whole lives.
Y'all got some chemistry. Okay, Rodimus Prime, I don't like have anything against like Optibotomist or any YouTuber. Let me just get out of the way. I have nothing against any YouTuber personally. I'm just a guy who likes to just make jokes and shit on them. That's it. I'm just an asshole. But back to my idea. Optibotomist, right? one of my little things about him is like he's super long. Like his reviews are so big for me. Okay, like 30 minutes for a damn deluxe. Like, are you kidding me? This should be like 10 minutes max. Like, let's be come on. So I was thinking, okay, if I'm going to do a parody of him, I'm going to make this review like 2 to 3 hours long. That'll be the video.
And it has to be on a figure like the Chop Shop that came with the 30th anniversary Megatron that you transformed just by pushing him over.
Something like that, and just drag it out just like his videos. So just taking a lot of like the weirder aspects of their videos and then exaggerating it. I made a joke in one of my other videos with like MGO, for example, right? If I were to do MGO, I'd make him like a crazy crack addict, for example. Because in the beginning of his videos, I'm like, dude, how does he have this much energy? He's like, hey,
you and them damn Scarface videos in that YouTuber countdown.
Yeah,
how you edited those in perfectly.
And then if I were to do like Bolt Matrix, I'd do like a Peter Griffin impression or something. I don't know. I'd probably find someone to do it because he looks like Peter Griffin to me. I'm sorry. Like, I cannot be the only one that sees this. Looks like Peter Griffin. Now, funny enough, I tried to reach out to Bolt Matrix for the cameo thing, but he never got back to me. But I can't blame him. And then, oh man. But yeah, reviewer parody. That was when I was thinking about doing. But after doing knockoff beatdown, and like, I was thinking, you know what? I probably shouldn't do videos that are related to other channels because I'm still trying to like just make myself distinct from them. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to have, like, I don't want to connect myself to them unless it's like a cameo or whatever, right? Like, do my own thing and become a meme. Do some weird stuff like that. Ooh, there's also another one. I want to do one on Travis Knight, the history of Travis Knight, because what's funny about him is that he used to be a rapper, so the entire video would be about his like rap career and then his like transition into like movies.
Oh, I had no idea. I knew he did that one animated movie, the Two Strings?
Kubo and the Two Strings, yeah. I don't know. I just found that funny. Like, that's like, oh, so you did a Transformers movie, huh? Interesting. And he also did, his name was Chili T, the rapper. It's like, what? No way. Okay, and here's the last one I wanted to do. Is like at one point, but never got around to. So you know how Hasbro does like these pulse like presentations on like YouTube? Yeah. All right. So have you ever heard of a like Djibouti dubs? No, Djibouti dubs. They like dub over like commercials and stuff and like mix them like quick jokes and like jabs at them. Like I was thinking of doing something like that. So like a Djibouti dubs, but for Hasbro Pulse. I feel like that has a lot of potential.
My mic died on me for a second. Had to switch USB ports. Kind of trying to think who does the bad lip readings. It kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. But for like Hasbro Pulse, so like if they announce like a really terrible toy, I'd be like, well, look at this new toy, guys. Hope you liked it. And then like I'd make like John Hasbro like a reoccurring like villain. Oh, John Warden. I call him John Hasbro because it's funny to me.
Turtle, I'm getting both. I've got Scorponok with the upgrade sets, and I got Black Zarek on the way just because I wanted Black Zarek.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God, yes. See, I have Seagulls on the MP3 player in my Jeep. It's a song Dylan and I love to sing together. If you have not seen the YouTube video for Seagulls by Bad Lip Reading, do yourself a favor.
Is it the one with Yoda?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I cried the first time I watched that when he said, I rolled that log over and underneath was a little stick. And I was like, that log had a child.
Okay.
Stop it.
That's that for that question. I guess we're going to move on. All right. Got to keep it rolling. Now I know what it's like to be you when asking questions to your guests. Question number 2. What is the most embarrassing toy that you currently own? What's something that you like have that makes you embarrassed to be a collector? Let's put it that way.
Well, shit. There's got to be. Well, I have a Playmobil Back to the Future set. The car looks awesome, but I've got the little. I look like I'm a 2-year-old collector Playmobil figures up there.
Oh,
I've got Funko Pops, and everybody hates those.
so you don't have an erector?
I do have an erector. I have a
that's
Toyhax enhanced erector. I'm not ashamed of my erector. I'm 48 years old. I'm 48 and I still have an erector.
That's amazing. I got that sentence out of you.
And notice how I kept a
Amazing.
straight face and how quick I was?
That's
That's
it.
a talent.
That's talent right there. He's going to be the next great one, guys. He already is the next great one. There you go. God bless, dude.
I don't
God bless
know.
him.
I really because I've got to the point where I don't buy it if it doesn't appeal to me somehow.
Rails, where we're going, we don't need rails.
Exactly.
Digital cave. Revenge of the Rolf. Yeah. Nothing to be ashamed of, but to be proud of your erection. That's right. I like that attitude. That's right. Okay. Now here's the next question then.
That's
All right.
Not by much. Not by much.
Patriot Prime. Oh, the Patriot Prime review. Oh, that's Patriot Prime. I guess that makes sense because I was gonna say, did you know that your channel's initials spell out PP?
PPR.
Ah, that's the thing.
We do
Though.
that
I thought it was
because sounds like a
PP.
beer.
I thought it was just Patriot Prime, but then Rodimus Prime said Patriot Prime. I was like, oh crap. Okay, so that question went nowhere. So yeah, that's just my interviewing skills. I'm just terrible at it, man.
Well, it's funny. That idea came for that being the channel name instead of Patriot Prime Reviews, because I could throw my title in every figure review. Think about it. Patriot Prime Reviews, Core Class Megatron. Patriot Prime Reviews, this Diet Mountain Dew. So that way my name is just that name recognition thrown in your face.
As long as it's not, the initials aren't PP word.
Right. And I got to give Cato props. He's the one that kind of come up with PPR. And then I started thinking PPR, West Virginia reminds me of PBR. And there we go.
Question number 4. All right, here we go. If there was an era of Transformers you would delete from existence, what era would it be?
Beast Machines.
Ooh,
those figures sucked.
I was gonna say, oh man, maybe like this is hard for me.
I remember Beast Wars came out, and they were odd because I went from G1 straight into Beast Wars.
Yeah,
because that's when I started collecting again. So Beast Wars was cool, and I really liked those figures. And then you had the Beast Machines came out. I'm like, well, what are these? They're trying to be the vehicles and everything else, and I don't know. There was a lot of that weird. It was translucent-ish and just these odd-ass figures, and the cartoon was just what
they were snorting some cocaine on that show.
Yeah,
it was.
Now the finale to Beast Machines is outstanding. I'll give them credit. The writers found their niche near the end, which is how all these shows go. But I didn't like that toy line. Of course, then when RID came out, you had a few Beast Wars carryovers, but that's when our Transformers were turning back into vehicles again.
Beast Machines was I don't know. It wasn't for me.
And then it got all hippie and new age Green New Deal shit, and it
got real philosophical. I'm like, what show am I watching anymore?
What was it? I am transformed.
Said by a monkey. Yeah. For me, if I were to delete an era of Transformers, I feel like Combiner Wars maybe.
Combiner Wars wasn't bad. I mean, it was the
not Combiner Wars.
Some figures we haven't seen for a while, and actually.
Oh, I got it. It's going to be Energon. Yes.
Yeah, there was a few good figures of that line.
I know, but I feel like it just stained Armada for me. Like it could just been like Armada, Cybertron, perfect.
Was that the line that had the weird ass combinations?
Yeah, it had Fatimus Prime. Yeah, really thick Optimus Prime. I feel like it might be Energon for me, because at least with some of the other stuff, we had not a bad Beast Machines ending.
I gotta shout Rodimus out because he is exactly right. If they would have ended that, almost cut 2 minutes off the ending, it would have been perfect. But the robots dancing through the fields at the end coming at you, that was kind of lame. But I like the Megatron Optimus fight. But
but those terrible designs too.
In the daisies.
Dude, oh man, those designs are just. What were they thinking, man? What the?
And I actually owned that giant house cat sized Cheetor. That was
Oh, there we go.
piece of
That's a toy to
shit.
be embarrassed of.
I don't own it anymore.
Okay, that's good. You've been redeemed.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything in here I'd be like, don't look at this.
No, yeah, I mean, I see that Galaxy Convoy. That looks pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
There it is. That's some Unicron trilogy love. I hope that Legacy doesn't G1ify.
I don't know why the Ark's there surrendering these guys' hands up.
Did you get the Unicron 2 or? Oh no.
I got this one.
Yeah, that's the good one. There we go. I don't know how HasLab is crazy. I don't know. Yeah, Armada had some. Yeah, Rodimus Primal. Armada had some. I'm so sleepy, but Armada had some bad figures, man. I wish they got to really update them. Oh, Gold Plastic Syndrome of toy.
And he's 100% unbroken.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow, it's like a Jason from every movie.
Well, funny thing is, my real name is Jason, and I was born on Friday the 13th, so I kind of got a Jason fetish.
Hey, let's go. That can be like a Halloween costume or something.
Oh, it is. I designed a fully movie accurate Part 6 Jason costume.
Didn't you also do? I think I saw like on your Instagram. Didn't you do like a Gravity Falls one?
Yeah, did
that was Chef's kiss. That was perfect. I love that. All right. Here's a question that I think would be pretty fun to ask. What would be your dream Transformers TV show?
I would like to see.
Ooh.
No, I'm trying to explain it.
Yeah.
We need a Transformers show with the Transformers on Earth, but I want it more of a mature thing. You ever read the Dreamwave comics?
No.
I mean, for example, there was one in there where Megatron picked up a human and reactivated somehow. Megatron just kind of picks him up and he's talking to, and then just crushes him.
Wait, was that the one where like Thundercracker transformed and like smashed a human inside of him? Like,
I think so. But yeah, I would like to see I know the Netflix series tried it, but I like the idea of the Transformers being on Earth, turning into Earth vehicles, because that's where they came from, robots in disguise. But I want to make a mature themed one. I don't want the kiddie characters. I want, like you got stuff like G1 had some great beginning episodes, like the Ultimate Doom. It didn't show up, but people died during those tidal waves and hurricanes and storms like that. But that's what I'd like to see. Yeah, something brutal.
Something brutal. Something like we're not talking like a Zack Schneider, but more
a Terminator 2 Future War Transformer show.
Oh, so like James Cameron.
Yeah.
James Cameron Transformers. Now, I have a pretty good one. I think I made I made this video about like shows that I would like personally like. One of my ideas stuck with me was like, how about like a show called like Transformers, like where like Transformers Legacy, right? We take like Transformers from different like eras. How about there's a show where they just fight?
I remember that one.
Poor Technovirus really had him. Jeez, wow, that's really
yeah.
That's
there was some good stuff. The comics when Dreamwave came out, Dreamwave was like, our audience is in their 30s now. That's what they want to read.
I'm only doing stuff that I'm mostly familiar with was like the Armada Dreamwave comics. Like that was more like my.
Those were good. Those were pretty. It was interesting seeing Galvatron and Bludgeon show up in that series. From G1.
And there was like one where they traveled to like the Generation 1 universe and saw like a dead body.
No, it was the Generation 1 universe characters came to the Armada universe. They were heralds of Unicron.
Oh, I must have read like, oh man, but.
And Armada Megatron killed G1 Galvatron with the, what was the name of the sword with the made out of the 3 planes? Yeah, the Star Sword.
Star Saber, yeah.
Star Saber.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, and another, we were talking about series, but I would love to see a line of Transformers toys based on the Mad Max vehicles. Call the series Transformers Apocalypse. And so you had all these post-apocalyptic vehicles like, Megatron
wow.
from Dark of the Moon, but more with a G1 aesthetic, but transforms into that big tanker truck.
Ooh, that actually sounds pretty cool. I like that. Mad Max Transformers. They also did like a steampunk Transformers, didn't they? Right? Hearts of Steel. Was
They
it?
did. I think
Hearts
it
of
was
Steel.
World War II, World War One.
Oh, I thought the last night. I'm just kidding. No, no, I think it was Hearts of Steel. Like, did you like mess with other aesthetics though? That'd be sweet. I'd like that.
Well, if the Transformers landed in the Old West.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I think there's potential there. Wow. What others? I would also like to have like a Transformers like anime too. Like try that again. Give them a shot at that. Like by Studio Trigger or like Powerhouse Productions.
Animated Marvel comic stories would be cool, like the Thunderwing.
Yeah, they should
Patriot
adapt.
Quest stories. I mean, the last, I want to say, from pretty much issue 75, which was the Transformers issue number 50, which was Marvel Comics Transformers the movie. That was their excuse to wipe out everybody and go with the 89 through 90 line. So it'd be neat to see that animated.
Yeah, they should do what DC does, just like make animated adaptations of their comics. Like, just do that. That'd be great. Oh man, I mean, I can already.
Oh, Hearts of Steel was Civil War. Okay.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, wasn't there a Dreamwave Transformers versus G.I. Joe that it was an alternate universe where they were World War II? Cobra was the Nazis, had sided with the Nazis. G.I. Joe, of course, was the American forces.
Yeah.
I think it was really weird art. I think I have that in trade pay. I'm going to have to look for that after this over.
Yeah, I thought Cobra was part of like the Nazis, weren't they?
It may have been. I have to look.
Because there was like this. I mean, if you want to go straightly like British, Action Force, for example, they had like the Red Shadows, which was Cobra. Well, they were the group before Cobra, which became Cobra in the UK. So maybe that's what it is. I'm assuming. I don't know. It's been a really long time since I've talked about G.I. Joe. I do. It's like.
See, when I was growing up, my brother still is, not as much as he was the big G.I. Joe collector. I was Transformers, he was G.I. Joe, and my sister was She-Ra.
She-Ra, that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, and then the new Snake Eyes movie came out. Damn, dude.
I didn't see it. I heard it was garbage.
I know. I had a cousin who watched it. I was like, so how do you enjoy Dick Eyes? And he was like, oh, it's bad. It was ass. I was like, oh, feel bad, man.
My biggest thing with all these movies is I don't understand how you can take these characters from these series that are over 30 years old and screw them up so bad. I mean, the story's right there. Here's the story. Put it on the screen.
I mean, they've done it for a lot of these franchises, right? Like Star Wars had it, even though they had like all this content from like the expanded universe. The Thrawn trilogy, they could have done that, but they didn't. George Lucas's ideas, they didn't do that. But even into like stuff like with Transformers, where there's like canon or like lore that's already laid out for you, like all you had to do was just take that and make that into like a live action movie, right? That's it. But then they decided to do their own thing, which, hey, more power to you. But
exactly, Hollywood hates source material. Well, it's all agenda based anymore. I mean, not getting political on the channel.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry.
That's it.
Yeah, I know I'm in San Francisco, but I don't care. I'm with you, pal. I see this stuff every day over here. Absolutely. But
it's showing because nobody's watching it, yet they're still trying to force it on us. I mean, we don't want it, so we're not going to watch it.
And I want to make it like clear too. Like, I don't think any of us are like against having creators do their own thing, right? Like, we just want good stories in general that pays homage to what we like, that has like respect for the source material while making that their own. That's what I'd preferably would like. But I feel like, especially with those Michael Bay movies, right? He didn't care. He clearly showed disgust over it. He's like, well, what's this stupid toy franchise thing? And he just went ahead and made these movies. Like,
well, those, I mean, they got good action. I mean,
I'm not saying they're terrible.
I look at the Transformer movies like I do with DC. The Transformer movies are another alternate universe of our Transformers fiction. Each series, each comic book is its own thing. So I don't get pissed because, this new series isn't G1. Well, if I want G1, I'll watch G1.
I'm not going to get pissed over a children's toy franchise, for God's sake. But yeah, I mean, like I said, like at the end, it isn't just a movie. Like, whatever. I mean, they're probably going to make $1 billion more, and maybe out of one of those movies, we're going to get something decent.
My biggest issue is the story. I'm like, come on, guys, you just made part 2. Did you not watch your own part 1 before making part 2? Nothing ever tied in with each other.
I just want some more effort. That's all I'm saying. Right? Like actually give us a story to let's be invested with in this universe. Give us characters besides Optimus Prime and Bumblebee that'll survive past the first movie, right?
And what ticks me off the most is, being a huge Megatron fan, is how the leader of the villains, the main bad guy, was barely used across all the live action.
Megatron, right? Yeah, like Megatron was always someone's side hoe, saying.
So in the first movie, he only showed up in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Second movie, he was somebody's bitch. Third movie, he was somebody's bitch. Fourth movie, he wasn't even Megatron. Fifth movie, I can't remember that much about. I watched half of it and I was done.
Do what you want. The designs, you can change all this other stuff.
Story?
Just give us a good story. That's all we want. As long as the core ideas of what we recognize in the franchise are still there, while told appropriately, we'll love it. I mean, you got the Bumblebee movie that's proven it. I mean, and it's coming from a guy who doesn't really. I mean, I don't think it's the greatest movie ever. I still strongly believe that the '86 movie is still the best one, because how the hell are you gonna top that, right? Come on. Literally, the best part of the Bumblebee movie for me was the first 10 minutes, and I wish the rest of the movie was like that instead of just an E.T. ripoff. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth at the end of the day. I wanted a Transformers movie that focuses on the Transformers as characters, not as special effects. For God's sake, please make that happen. That's all I want. I think that's what we all want.
Can you imagine the '86 movie redone like the first 10 minutes of Bumblebee?
Jesus Christ. Oh,
exactly.
Dude, it'd be over. And then you have
where's my erector? I got my erector right now. Thinking about
I know,
that.
Dude. I'm just praying, this new director that they got, he's made some promising work. I'm not a particular fan of the Creed movies because I'm not too huge on what they did with Rocky with the character, but I can at least say that they're well-crafted films, okay? So I'm kind of hoping that with his vision, they can take the script and make it into something decent at the very least. Because I don't want any more terrible Transformers movies, I want to still be a fan. Don't give me more reasons to not be one. That's the just make a good movie. That's end of story.
I don't think I'll ever not be a fan, but I'm sure there's certain parts I won't be a fan of.
Yeah, trust me, I was contemplating it. I was looking at the last night, and I was just like, what am I doing with my life? It was just off. And when I did that marathon too, that was the first time that I saw it. And I was like, I wanted to give up.
Now, the one thing the last night I did like I guess it's the Voyager Megatron. I like their Jet Megatron. I thought that was a pretty cool toy. And Nitro Zeus. I got him and did the Thunderwing conversion with him.
There was a Thunderwing conversion?
If you got this, there was one Titan Return set that came with a Titan Master that turned into the head of Thunderwing. And you could take that Thunderwing head and put it on Nitro Zeus's body, and Toyhax did a upgrade decal set to make him look like Thunderwing. If he wasn't, he's in the very back row of that. I'll take a shot of him and put it on Instagram, share with you.
Yes, that sounds amazing. Actually, I always got room for a Thunderwing in my life. Love him.
Yes.
And a bludgeon. Please, Hasbro, if you're watching this, if Rodimus Primal has any power, please make a bludgeon figure.
Come on, Rodimus, you have the touch. You have the power.
Touch. Exactly. You're the people's champion, as they say. Yeah, the Rocky movies are awesome, right? Love them. It's actually on my...
Drunk Merlin.
Oh, no, yeah.
God, I remember Rocky 4, man. I played Rocky 4 so many times. And I had the soundtrack. Fire. You go to the gym. Hearts on.
Dude, that's what it is.
Take on the world. then
Dude,
you
that's
go to
what
the
I
gym,
do.
see yourself in the mirror, and you're like, no, I can't.
It's actually on my workout playlist. I'm like on the bench. I'm like hitting. It's like, okay, I'm gonna have one more rep and that. And oh man, Rocky Four. Those first four Rocky movies. I like them. 5, man, 6. I like it too. 6 is
I
pretty
don't
good.
think
Rocky
I've ever.
Balboa is good.
I haven't seen past 4.
I think Rocky Balboa had the best speeches. I
Yeah.
think from Rocky. All the training montages going to distance war. Yeah,
I must
exactly.
break you.
Let's take that director and let's make him do a Transformers movie. Come on. He's got to put a training montage. Just imagine, like, when they're trying to like find like the Maximals in the movie. There's like this whole montage. I'd like that.
Turtle Tank said RC transforms into an 80s Pontiac Trans Am and Transformers versus Turn. I've got that comic. I remember that now.
That's pretty good. I read the first issue. I liked it.
I got the trade paperback. I never get comics anymore. I wait till the trade paperbacks come out.
I barely even read comics, unfortunately. I should, because I think the only one I've read recently was the new Wreckers that they did.
Now, I just bought this little collection of comics. Let me show you.
Ooh. 5 I didn't care for. Balboa was good. Creed 1 is good. Yeah. Exactly. Rodham Scott.
I don't know when I'm going to have the time to sit down with this little collection of Masters of the Universe mini comics.
Hey, man. Oh, yeah.
See, little collection.
Were those comics the ones that they packed in with the toys back then?
Yep, and this is all eras, all figures, starting back when He-Man was a barbarian that found the magical armor that gave him his power.
Oh, now I'm kind of scared that Hollywood would try to do like a He-Man movie, but at the same time, I kind of want to see a He-Man movie. I feel like
I would
really
love to
cool.
see a He-Man movie.
As long as they're not doing a Thundercats movie, we're fine. Yeah, as long as they don't do a Thundercats
I'm excited
movie.
to see, as much as it was hated on, was the Masters of the Universe on Netflix. I liked the animation, did not like the story. I hated the fact that the toy line spoiled the ending with the Skelegod figure, but I'm hoping that part 2 redeems the errors of part 1.
Yeah, I mean, let's have He-Man be in the show this time, please, Kevin Smith. Can we do that? That'd be lovely. No, I mean, yeah, Revelations was weird. I was like thinking, oh yeah, let's do this. Let's give it like how long has it been since they've done like a He-Man show? Like, at least in that universe, like 40 years.
2000. Oh, that was 80s.
Yeah, for me, it was like I watched the 2000X show, and the show was kind of like that, and I was like, oh, that might be cool. Because
to me, that's the definitive He-Man.
That and Thundercats 2011. Come on.
Got another super chat here. Lord Bear 92. Hey, Patriot, just got home from work. By the way, do you mind if I give you a shout out in my G1 Cup review? As long as it's a good one. Yes, thank you so much. And I appreciate the super chat. Let me see. What shall we give you? I know I got a new one. Here we go.
Hey, Holmes. Hey, man, that's so, man. I've been smoking since I was born, man. I could smoke anything, man. I think you better light it in here, man.
What?
These gas fumes, man.
Oh, man.
That was Bert and I back in the 70s.
Oh, the little deep fake. Yeah. Oh, man.
Let me know when you put that video up, Lord Bear. I'll check it out.
Oh, speaking of that studio, right? The animation studio, they did this amazing show called Castlevania. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen the first episode or the first season. I haven't got into the second season yet because I decided to do a free month trial of Shudder, and I have been hooked on Creepshow.
Creepshow. I don't think I recognize that actually.
Oh,
Creepshow.
Creepshow it was a movie back in the 80s. It was an anthology series. There's Creepshow and Creepshow 2. And then Shudder now has their own series, Creepshow, which is a horror anthology. Each episode is 2 horror stories. And it's done by Greg Nicotero from The Walking Dead.
Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? The only other like horror show I've been watching has been that new Chucky show. That was pretty good.
There was a Creep Show 3?
Creep Show. I have no idea. I was
Off
not.
to Google I go.
I haven't
I didn't
even
know there was
been.
a Creep Show
I haven't
3.
even been conceived when the show came out. So, like, yeah, first two
Creep
seasons of
Show.
Castlevania were good. Especially if you love seasons 3 and 4, dude. I don't know. Season 4 was badass to me. I loved it. You gotta catch up on Castlevania, my guy. Castlevania's, yeah, but it's one of those really good like American anime-esque type of shows. I'd highly recommend it. And that Chucky show.
Creep Show 3 came out in 2006. I have not seen that.
Wait, and you mentioned that there were like movies beforehand, like so movies, and now it's a TV show. Okay.
Yep.
What's like? So it's kind of like almost like that, like Vampira, almost like.
It's
Doesn't have like a host.
Just good. I think you can probably catch first episode or the first movie maybe on YouTube or Hulu or something.
Perhaps. I might. I saw Creep Show inside. Yes. Okay. That might be one I'm gonna have to check out. Maybe like as a Halloween thing next year. I might have to watch that.
I think you'll like the first one's really good. I mean, it would surprise me. It had Leslie Nielsen in it from the Naked Gun movies playing a villain, and it was so weird seeing him as a bad guy.
Oh, Leslie Nielsen.
It's a Stephen King thing too. It's decent special effects for an 80s movie. Of course, you can't beat practical effects.
That's hilarious. I love Leslie Nielsen. It's actually funny. Like the first movie I saw of his was actually the superhero movie with. Actually, wait a minute. That probably didn't age well. Never mind. I was gonna say a certain actor in that movie. He's not doing quite good in public eye right now. How about yeah, let's just leave it at the Naked Gun movies were great.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, after that happened, you're watching those movies, you're like, oh yeah.
Yikes. Leslie Nielsen's funny though. I still like Josh. Oh man. All right. But yeah, that covers it for all my questions. I
think that should cover it for this. It's almost midnight.
Yeah, it's like an hour 30. My goodness. You went ham.
Yeah.
That was insane.
I told you, man, these there's just two of us. When there's like 4 or 5 on here, this thing can go. Well, last weekend, we did a live show on Bert's channel. We talked for 2 hours. Then we did a live show on my channel. It's the same people. We talk for 2.5 hours. I mean, it just can go on and on and on and on. We love it. That's what's fun about it.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised that people are still around, too. Is it getting, like, really late for y'all?
Yeah. Stephen King did. Stephen King starred in that story.
Stephen King, oh.
Yep.
Didn't you do something like In the Mouth of Madness, too?
That's Clive Barker.
Clive Barker. Okay, because I know there was, like, a John Carpenter movie that he did. That's kind of, like, based off on his books.
Was it Clive Barker or John? It might have been John Carpenter. I'm thinking Clive Barker's Hellraiser.
Hellraiser. I don't
Pinhead?
know.
Come on,
Yeah.
you got that Hellraiser.
I know Pinhead. I recognize him. I ain't that stupid.
This week's episode of Dead Meat, Hellraiser 3.
Hell yeah.
All right, I guess we'll get off here. I mean, it's almost midnight, been an hour and a half. Buddy, I appreciate you coming on. I mean, it was just this random, hey, want to do a sit rep?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I appreciate it. It's a lot of fun. I hope I didn't annoy you guys too much. It's always a great time to always talk to other people in the community. And thank you for that cameo too, by the way. I have to mention that.
Oh, yeah.
Hope you all. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to try my best to make sure that delivers when the time comes. So.
Yeah, what started this whole thing was, well, of course, I saw myself in your video and then my brief moment in your favorite YouTuber video. He reached out to me and says, I need you to do a certain thing for me for an upcoming video of his. So I did my certain thing. He absolutely loved it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how all this ties together.
Yeah, dude. Think about the the Avengers, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a first. I've never interviewed somebody who flipped the coin and interviewed me right back.
Yeah. Oh, with the interview. Yeah, I was thinking, what if I ask a couple questions that I would think would be interesting? So,
I see my no shave November is coming along nicely.
Oh
It's
man,
new.
I failed that for sure. I failed both of those. No shape November for sure. Oh man. But yeah,
All right. Well, I guess we will wrap it up.
this is
We
it, man.
22 people. I think we maintained about 20, 25 people in the chat. So appreciate you guys hopping in. I appreciate all the super chats. What's that? Patriot, you remember Friday 13th NES game? I sure do.
Thank
Blue
you
Man.
all for your super chats for scarring me for life from Bert the Stormtrooper. That will be something I'll never forget. And who knows, you might see that in a video one day.
You never know.
You never know. I like to catch people off guard.
Well, make sure and subscribe to Zeta to see his crazy antics. As I said, there's a link to his video or link to his channel in the description of this video. And that is pretty much it, Zeta. If you got any final words, we'll end this thing.
Yep. All I want to say is, God bless America. Peace out, folks.
Guys, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. This is Patriot Prime signing out. Hooah!
Wah!